welcome back to My Cup of Tea with Jenny.
JD.
So, more RM. A bit like with Tay's album, he's given us like MVs for everything.
He's been working hard.
Which I appreciate because I love the audio, but I also love the visual. So this is Nuts. And it's an MV, but it's like a live performance thing of it.
Okay.
Apparently it was filmed in a studio in North London. So when he did Groin, apparently that's very near the studio.
Right.
That's just smart on how you spend your money. You're like, let's all do it in a small area.
Yeah. As we know, don't know international fans, nuts could mean a few things for us.
It can, yeah.
It can mean you nuts, you
So,
crazy.
yeah, you got the food.
Yeah.
It can mean crazy. It can mean male genitalia.
Yeah. It can mean I'm gonna nut you, which means
It
headbutt.
can, yeah.
You know, so and if he's been hanging around in like some London
North
boroughs,
London.
who knows what he means? So I just wanted to say that I don't know what it means. I'm waiting for RM to explain it to us. So we'll see what RM means by his nuts. His
we also
Song?
have nuts and bolts.
nuts and bolts.
No wonder English is so hard to learn.
Yeah. Okay, he looks fine.
I like how it's not fitted, but it like
It's fine.
fits.
It lays over them tatties well nice. And the colour of his hair is awesome.
They played this one at club night last night.
I could make this right place for you. I could make it this right for you. I could make this right place for you. I could make it right. She a pro rider. Oh, rider. Must be an A1 gotta always throw a fucking slaughter when it come to love. She could be a damn fighter. That's gaslighter. No one man could ever fight her. I go, man, 어찌 모든 걸 함께 해. 어째 이제 네가 줄 수 있는 게 없는데. Freaky, you freaking me. Begging you, baby, please. 평생 같은 개소리. Love is for the fish here. Pro rider. Rider. Must be an A1 gotta always on that fucking copper when it comes to money. He could be a damn fighter. Fast gaslighter. No more woman could stop him. I go, nuts. 외모이 랭꼬리. You look like your guts. 그저 껍데기뿐인 trust. Freaky, you freaking me. Wishing you win the green. 사랑은 망해 반드시. Love is for the freeze. I could make this right place for you. I could make it this right for you. I could make this right place for you. I could make it this right for you. I could play the right chord for you.
How long is this cable?
Right to love. I could make it right place for you. I could make you right. Now lay back. You never been so high. Know you afraid of high.
Why? Why am I so high?
I will close your eyes. Now lay back. You never been so high. Know you afraid of high. Don't say it goodbye. 너간 뒤로 비로소 난 살아있어. 매일 밤이면 과거의 나에게 보내는 유서를 써. 위스키 한 잔이면 털어질 모든 기억. 믿지도 않은 시기에 빌어. 네가 내 전부던 이 시대에서 벗어날 수 있도록 행복하길 바랬고. 진심이야 믿겠지만 좀 질렸던 관계. There's a stigma on my chest, it's called you. 안 됐던 것조차 믿기질 않는 it was a flu. And we could see the comments coming through. The monster hasn't been me. I beg you, oh baby, please, forever, ever. I wish you would true happiness. Time.
Okay. Do you know, I don't think that's an easy song to listen to instantly for me.
I think it was like spoken word
Yeah,
poetry.
yeah.
It's really cool.
Which isn't usually my thing.
I'd have to be in the right mood to listen to that.
I mean, obviously, I will listen to it a few more times and then decide how I fully feel. But it's not an instant like.
It's not something I would put on when I'm choosing to listen to music. But if it was like, I don't know, you've got like friends over in a house party or barbecue or something, and it's just on in the background, you're just like, oh, okay. So it's a vibe in the distant background mood music.
Yeah.
But it's not like I want to bop to something. But as a sort of a standalone piece of art that someone is giving, it was like slam poetry or like spoken word, and I think it's really cool how free he was.
I always respect how RM does RM.
Yeah,
he doesn't try and cater to what's trendy at the moment, what's going to sell. He does his art, and
it's like his therapy. He does what he needs to do. It's almost like that art is what worked for him. It's not about getting in charts or anything. He's like, this is just the process I need to go through
I respect that.
Yeah. There's lots of people saying from obviously all the songs that have come out, like, has he had a relationship before and things like that. And obviously they've had lives that they don't let us in on everything. They have their right to privacy. So on the one hand, I'm so sorry that my boo's had his heart broken, but at the same, like, for whatever reason, however, if there was a relationship and however it ended, but at the same time, I'm so happy for him. He's a grown man. He's having life experiences.
At the same time, there's an opening for me. I'm not going crazy, right? I'm picking up what he was saying.
Nuts.
He did use the term nuts. He did. Crazy.
He did. Yeah.
He's really down with the British lingo, isn't he?
Yeah.
Lay back. Never been so high. Close your eyes. I mean,
we know he was smoking something before he was so chilled.
What he's telling me. Now, normally I say I'm not smart enough to get what RM says. I was in tune with that. I feel like we were on the same page.
He was just vibing.
Is she a pro rider? I didn't hear him mention a motorbike, so...
He just looks so chilled, do you know what I mean? And
he was very relaxed.
He was just going with it, where it was, it was very... It felt unscripted. It felt like he was just going with it.
I was going to say, it felt like he could have just pressed record and gone with it.
Which makes me so pleased for him that he has that space to... Because it doesn't matter. He's in a very lucky position where it doesn't matter if his songs don't do well because a lot of people maybe don't connect with that or it's not trendy or whatever. He doesn't matter because he's literally financially and business-wise in a position that he can support himself anyway. Yeah. So it made me really pleased for him because it was very different from when he's done work with BTS where they're so... even when they've done stuff with not choreography, like say for example when they did their song of singing Fix You, they did a cover of Fix You, was just sitting on the stools and whatnot, but it was all still very polished and it was very not structured or stiff because I wouldn't say they're that, but they're so professional that they were just on, even though they weren't doing much, they were performing.
You can tell that they've rehearsed to perfection.
Exactly, and there's an element there of representing the collective. Yeah. With that, I felt like that freedom was literally because he didn't have to adhere to be polished or just...
That's not the vibe he's gone for with this album, is it at all?
No, it's really... You might say like rough around the edges, but it's literally, it's just exploring and it's just the freedom.
The whole rough around the edges thing, I think that's the point, is he's trying to say to people, I'm real, I am a normal person. Yeah. Because we talk about... I know we have it currently here with an election coming up and all of that. People not being in touch with the real world. Yeah. People who have means, who have money, who have celebrity, that are not in touch with the real world. Yeah. RM has celebrity, money, all of that. Yet, I don't feel like that BTS are out of touch with the real world.
And they're not tone deaf.
And I think this is what some of this is. It's like, no, I am still at my core an everyday guy. Yeah. It's not...
And he's doing it for him. I feel like this music is for him and he's allowing us to see it and go along for the ride. But it's in the nicest way possible. I know he loves ARMY and all his fans, but he's not doing it for us. He's doing it for himself. And I just think that's so cool.
He is, but I also feel like there's a bit of... And it's probably a good thing that this is while he's in the military. Of him letting us know how he feels.
Yeah.
in a safe space.
Yeah, and he got it out before he went to military,
Yeah.
which is so important, because I think I would worry for someone like RM, who is a deep thinker and a deep soul, this has probably been, I hope so anyway, it's probably been very therapeutic for him to get it out before, and then he can go into the military knowing he's done and that's going to be released. Do you know what I mean? There could be an air of, it's cathartic
but
for him.
I think that he's letting us know how he feels. Like I say, a safe space, because I come back to groin and things like, I'm not a fucking diplomat and all of this. In a way, he's maybe trying to tell us how he's feeling about stuff, take some pressure off himself and about his life without, you don't want to insult your fans about you should keep your nose out, but you do need to have some boundaries and maybe just re-establishing that. Plus,
definitely,
he's in the military, so he hasn't got a face into, because you have to promote and do interviews and stuff when you're there. So by not being there, he hasn't got to deal with someone saying, oh, it sounds like you've been through something, oh this. He can just let it be.
And that's what I mean, timing wise. I think he did it for himself, and that's so good.
And also say, we'll have issues with pros and cons of all the labels. They'll have their good and bad points. Hybe are no different. As much as I do think they're a better one, there'll still be issues. I respect that they are allowing him the freedom to release something that, like we say, business-wise, may not be, like you said, what's trending.
Well, he's a shareholder. They all are. They are actually owners of that business. So they're on the board.
Because how many labels would say, yeah, that's cool and everything, but right now everyone's doing this and this is what's blowing up, so we need you to do that.
That's what I mean. Massive respect. They've all earned that position to do that and to have their say. And I really like that look on him. That's that silver grey hair and that green top.
I liked the way the top, like I said, it's
that
not
material,
not fitted, but it fits.
That material says,
because it sat.
Was just laying on the beef, lovely.
And I will also say, if realistically we're supposed to believe he's genuinely singing into this microphone, that's got a bloody long cable.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to seeing, and again, as much as if we don't, that's fine, but I am looking forward to seeing what we get of him, if anything, during and then after his military, physically, emotionally. I hope it's really good for him, but also just, if my man beefs up, I've loved him. He's been my bias since he's been skinny little RM from the beginning, and then beefy, and so I'm just like, if they all want to beef up during the military, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with whatever they want to do.
Whatever they want to do makes them happy, healthy, all good.
If RM wants to come out and do a jazz song with Tay, where Tay's singing and RM's on the saxophone, I'm down.
Can you imagine if Tay didn't know that was going to happen? He'd be like, oh my god, we're going to do a duet. Like, can you imagine? I just,
So that was our reaction to RM's nuts. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.